Now I'm going to go back to the preferences once more and turn the levels back off again. Now I'm going to go and create another order for the customer UK, and it's going to be for 5,000 bullets. Save and close on that one. We're going to create another order for a French customer for 100 bullets. Okay, and we'll save and close. Now what we're going to do is go into the allocate stock routine. Okay, so we'll get the transactions. Now what we'll see is that the order for 5,000 has got has got 4,990 allocated, but zero's been allocated to our last order, the one for the French customer, because that order there has taken all of the stock. So basically, if we wanted to allocate to this sales order number 5 here, we would have to deallocate the stock like so, set all the quantities to 0, and then we can sort by whichever column we want. If we wanted to sort by a different column to allocate again, because this allocation routine allocates from the top down, so whatever order they're in on the screen is the order that it'll try to allocate in. Alternatively, I can click and drag the other order above the previous order. So then if I allocate the stock again, what we'll see is that my 100 order number 5 this time, has grabbed the 100, and there's only 4890 allocated to the other order. I can also print the pick notes through here, so any that are allocated, they have a tick next to them, and I can click the print pick note option here and print the pick notes for both of these at the same time. So basically this should only have the quantity to pick as the amount that's allocated. So 4890 on that one, and it would have been the full 100 on the other. Let me just print preview it again and scroll down. 4890 on that one, and if I scroll down, I've got the 100 on that one. Okay, we're now going to convert the quote to a sales order. So if I go into find quote, and we're going to pick our first quote, quote number 1, open it up, and I've got an option to convert to sales order on there. So I click that and convert it. It tells me it's successfully done it. Do I want to view it? Yes. So this is our sales order that's come from the quote. So if I scroll along the line here, what we'll see is that the quote number is put onto the sales order lines, so we can see exactly where these lines have come from. So I'm going to save and close on that order, and I'm going to go and amend the customer preferences again and turn stock levels on. Okay, so now I'm going to create another order for a French customer, and this time we're going to have 1 case of bullets. So what I need to do is change the unit of measure here to be a case, like so, and we're going to have just 1 handgun. Now, while I'm on the bullets, you'll notice that the stock information in the bottom here is showing the quantity in cases now, because I've changed the unit of measure. So if it was eaches, it'd show a lot more, as obviously it'd show them individually rather than cases of 50. Okay, so I'm now going to save and close out of this order, and I want to go and print the pick notes, but I want to print them via the batch printing routine. So in here, under tools, we've got a batch printing folder, and in there we've got print picking notes. We can also print acknowledgements, delivery notes, invoices, etc. through here as well. So we've got our pick note printing here, I'm just going to print 6 and 7 in there and click OK. Brings up the dialog box. I'm just going to print these to the screen again, so we can see our pick notes printed. So we can print a whole number of pick notes through here if we want to. Okay, we're now going to create another invoice for sales order 7. So I'm going to go into new invoice and I'm going to pick up sales order 7, and I'm going to save and post this invoice. Okay, and then find order. So I want to go and have a look at sales order 3, which is now in sales order history. And we're going to have a look at the shipped tab here, and we can see which invoice it was actually completed by. So this order was shipped out on invoice number 3. We can also view the commission tab here, and we should see the commission is 10% of the revenue, which is £90. So if I come out of here and go and run the process commissions routine, any previous commissions will be stored in this list here. I'm going to run a new one, and we say get all some commissions up to what date. Today should be fine. I'll do it for both sales reps, but I think the agent is the only one that we actually assign to any customers. And it then comes up with the invoices. So invoice 3 relates to sales order 3, which is the one that we just looked at for the £90, and we can drill down into that to see what items make that up. So we can see that that £90 consists of selling £900 worth, and he gets 10% of that £900. So if I pay the commissions on just that £90, let's presume that we only want to pay that one. So let's go through the wizard. Okay, so it gives us a summary on the next screen saying you're going to pay sales rep exactly how much. So if there's multiple invoices we selected on the previous screen, it would total them up in this screen. And then when we finish the wizard, it tells me that it's successfully created an expense bill. So basically, because this was set up as an agent in the system, it's gone and created a bill onto the agent's account. So if I say yes, I want to view that, I can have a quick look at the bill that is generated. It just be an expense bill. Okay, so there's my bill, £90. So I now know that I've got £90 bill outstanding on that sales agent's ledger, and I'm going to have to pay him. Okay, we're now going to create an invoice, but not an invoice direct linked to a sales order. We're going to create an invoice, just direct invoice basically. So if I go into the active customers tab rather than the ready to invoice tab,